right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Break, check out. 90. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On first down, it's locked. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Indianapolis. T.Y. Hilton, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing now is Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. 20, 10, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Colts 6.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1.
At their own 31-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54.
Hey, Mike 7.
Switch. Mike 5-4, Mike.
To throw is locked. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive, with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Check 53's mine. Bring it. Bring it.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Carr. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. Now Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover,
try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Pierre Desir. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there for Indy. 57 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Let's go.
190. 54. Let's go, tackle. Let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's locked. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. On 3rd down, Carr. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
And the Raiders first down.
Down. 185. 49. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. That's complete to Richard, the running back. The 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation,
fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Hunter Renfrow. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have drawn even here. They can take the lead with the extra point to come. The extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded at the goal line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is parking.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Maurice Hurst in there for the sack on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they've got it second down and 11. The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
Here we go, G. Here I come again.
Now Locke. Looking for Campbell downfield. This is caught at the 20. A big play there for Indy. 57 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
Third and 2.
Check out. Wide, 622.
Come on. Switch.
Go ahead.
Tight go.
Now it's Hines. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Check out. Wide, 40.
Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch safety creep. Watch it.
On. Watch it.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and goal.
It's second and goal back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch the run.
12.
Mike's 54.
Bravo.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
They'll try the air now with Locke. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. So now Luck is going to bring the Colts up here to go for the 2-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about, from the offense's perspective, what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. A reminder coming up tonight, a tough ticket in New Orleans. The Cowboys in town to take on the Saints on Sunday Night Football. And tomorrow night, Charles and I, we go to Pittsburgh. Bengals and Steelers, 2 teams Well, they don't like each other very much. That's well documented. That starts at 8:15 Eastern as we close out the month of September. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
All day, dog. You go tight. You got
Carr going to give it to Jacobs. He's brought down there by Kenny Moore.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
Here's Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Jacobs. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
You got nothing to win. You got nothing.
From the 39, Carr. Caught left side, Williams. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
637.
53, check 53.
Hey, Delta.
Here's Carr to throw. Out to the left. That's where the tight end Moreau is. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Carr now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Running is Jacobs. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 2nd and 9, Carr. That is caught at the 7. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more tight ends are being...
And he's in! Touchdown, Raiders! DeAndre Washington. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield.
Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Benson Mayowa. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Off of play action. Luck. Over the middle. Hauled in by Campbell. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to go deep for Funchess. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. They work again from the 38 on second and 10. Here's Luck. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Now the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
53, Mike. Hey, they're scared.
To throw, it's Carr. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfro in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have moved out in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. At their own 25-yard line.
Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10.
Here we go. Mike spot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Funchess with a catch over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And now Adam Vinatieri. He's into his 40s now. You'd think low to mid-50s, probably about the outside of his range. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back him out of field goal range. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. The final shot before the break. Luck is going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted. Nevin Lawson with a pick. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 27. From the gun, it's Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, Jacobs. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Check, 53's mine. Check, 53's mine. Hey, keep it up. Kill. 53's mine. 53, check, smooth. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
84. Who's got 84? Check 84. 9-9, sweetheart.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Let's go. Let's go.
And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
20 down. You ready? You better break. You better break. White. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Okay, double up.
Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Luck. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Andy. 63 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Don't be scared of it.
Play action. It's Luck. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a one-score game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Operating from the gun, Carr. The open man here, Renfro. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check 26, check 26.
Carr gives to Richard. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. What we got? What we got? What we got?
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now.
Mike, look out.
Wide, 622.
Watch the slant. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 1st down, it's Locke. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
Hey, Charlie.
On 1st and 10, Luck. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Another try after the 1st down sack. Luck, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Carr now on 1st down. He's going deep for Brown. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, 50 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Colts offense cashes in with 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Margus Hunt able to get him for a loss of about 3. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. Carr now on first down. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tyrell Williams, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Carlson on for the PAT. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Hey, watch this, watch this. Check 24, check 24. 6 guys.
Down right.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
In your face.
Now it's Luck off the bootleg. Just keeping the play alive. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Luck showing he can be dangerous when he tucks it and runs. He's able to pick up the first down.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On first down, Hines. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On second down, it's Hines. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Out, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Down. 185.
Mike. Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
They'll run on first down. Richard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
At the 25-yard line.
Down. 180.
Check 53's Mike.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Check.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now, what's the thinking here? Because a touchdown would be nice, but you've ensured yourself a chance at 3 in the lead, so how worried are you about the 6?
You're not very worried about if you're confident in your kicker. And if you got a kicker who can put it through the post, you feel really good about trying to bleed that clock down. In an ideal scenario, your kicker puts it through the post as the clock hits zeros.
On second down now, it's Jacobs. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. And a timeout taken. Just 6 seconds away from the 2-minute warning. This defense wanted to stop the clock prior to that, and they do. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got it second and goal as they look to grab a late lead. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? Now Carr. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The kick by Carlson is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
At their own 26-yard line.
Check out. 140. Yeah.
They'll fake it. Now Love. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Benson Mayowa in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final